Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar. This one is for our European members. Of course anybody is welcome, but I tried to choose a time that was good for all of you members in Europe. So today I'm going to do a couple things. First, I'm going to talk for about 20 minutes about this topic of using emotion to learn English faster and to speak English better. And how can you use your emotions? How can you change your emotions quickly and easily? So I will talk for about 20 minutes. During that time, I will not be answering questions. So you can type your comments in the chat. It's okay. I'll look at them sometimes. But I won't be reading questions and I won't be answering questions in the beginning. After I finish talking about the topic, then you can enter your questions in that chat box right at the bottom there. So if you notice, there's got the window here. We've got our window with, it's Effortless English Club, and then /webinars. That's where probably most of you are. I'm going to type it in right now, webinars, and we hit enter, and then you see that they got this big window for the web stream, and then underneath we've got our chat box, and you can see we've got moderators, that's me, viewers, and then we got a bunch of guests, so we got a bunch of people. Then under that there's a little box, and you can type your comments or your questions in the box, and then you hit send. And it'll ask you to register. The first time you do this, you'll need to register, and then after that you can continue adding stuff. So that's how it works. That's the technical stuff. One more thing before we start, and right now you'll notice the video quality is so-so. It's not great. It's not terrible, I hope, but it's not great because this is going to all of the internet right now. So, I apologize. We're using a company called Ustream for this broadcast, for this webinar. And so the video quality will be, a little bit low, but I hope you still enjoy it, and I hope you can hear me. If you have problems hearing me, if you cannot hear me, that's not good. So you can type a comment in the chat and say, AJ, I can't hear you. Some people might have problems because of a slower connection. If your internet connection is fast, no problem. If it's slow, you might have a few problems. This morning with our first webinar, a few people had some problems because of that. So that's all the technical stuff. Thanks for the interior design. Nice. Thank you. So first, let me just talk about the topic. I'm just going to talk for 20 minutes. I won't be answering questions. After that, I will answer your questions. I can't answer all your questions today, but I'll pick some, and then we can chat, and I'll keep talking. All right, so the topic today first. I'm going to talk about 20 minutes about this. Our topic today is using emotion to learn English faster and to speak English better. Why is this an important topic? It's the first question, right? I mean, who cares? Emotion, so what? Why do we care about this? Well, there are some very important reasons we care about this. Because, in fact, there is a lot of research, a lot of studies about this topic. Emotions and learning language, learning English. And these studies, they find, one of the big studies, one of the big experts, Dr. Stephen Krashen, he talks about this a lot, that when students, anybody, has negative emotions, for example, boredom, stress, worry, sadness, frustration, any negative emotion, you're feeling tired, you learn more slowly. Your brain actually learns more slowly. It functions more slowly. So they do studies. For example, they have 2 classes. One class, everybody is having fun, smiling, a good time. The teacher is sure to make the students happy. The other class the students are very, very serious all the time. Not happy. There's a lot of stress. Maybe they take a lot of tests and they're worried. And then after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, they test both classes. So both classes are learning the same methods, the same material. But one class, they try to make them more happy, fun. The other class, more serious, more stressful, more worry. What do they find? After time, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, the happy students learn more. They speak better. They understand better. Everything improves a lot more when the students have positive emotions, positive feelings while they are learning. And of course, the negative is true. The students who feel bad, who are stressed, who are worried, they learn more slowly. Their speaking is worse. Their memory for vocabulary, worse. Grammar, worse. Everything is worse. So, in fact, this is a very important topic. I don't know why, but we never hear about this in school, right? In your English class in the past, or classes, probably your teachers didn't talk about emotion. They didn't talk about being happy and having fun and being excited when you learned, right? Most teachers are very serious. I'm your serious English teacher, and English is a very serious topic. This is the attitude, this is the idea in most schools. And that's a problem, because emotion, in fact, I believe, is equally important or even more important than the method you use to study. So, for example, on our member forums, we have a lot of members, and sometimes they say, oh, I'm tired when I listen to the lessons, or I get bored listening to the same lesson for 7 days or 14 days. And those students are going to learn more slowly. If you look at our best members on the forum, they're all really excited. They have a lot of energy. Our students like Inca, our students like Jan, Fred, all of these members who are just doing a great job, they're very excited. They're very, very positive. They have very strong emotions. Another advantage here. When you have strong emotions, you can speak better right now. I mean, today. Probably a lot of you feel nervous when you need to speak English, right? And when you feel nervous, it changes something in your mind, in your brain. And maybe you know the vocabulary, maybe you know the grammar, but when you want to use it, something happens. There's a problem, right? All these negative feelings come, and it's like your mouth doesn't work, right? Suddenly, you can't speak well. I saw this in my classes a lot. Some students, they talk to me, they're perfect. They speak quickly, they understand fast, they're happy. Why? Because with me, they're relaxed. With me, they feel good. But then they go outside, they talk to another person. What happens? They feel nervous. They worry they will be embarrassed. They worry about making a mistake. And suddenly they're speaking, it goes down, down, down. Same person. In one situation, they speak well. Another situation, they speak badly. What's the difference? Emotion. All right, so I hope I convinced you why this is important, that it's very important for your English learning and really for your life. It's for me too, for teaching. In the beginning, 15 years ago when I started teaching, I was often very nervous, and sometimes I was bored teaching the same thing again, again. So my emotions, were not so good. And as a result, in the past, I was much worse as a teacher. I was not such a good teacher when I started. And I had to learn how to change my emotion. So, how do we do it? So this is the question. The next question every student asks me, they said, well, how do I do it, AJ? I don't feel happy. I don't feel energy. I don't feel excited. Right now, I feel bad, right? So, everybody, I think, believes me that, yes, we need more positive emotion, but the next question is, how do you change? So, for example, this is very important for me as a teacher. Sometimes, before I teach a class, even before today's webinar, my energy might be low. I got up very early this morning. For example, I got up at 6:30. The first seminar today for me was 6:30 a.m. I woke up at 5:30, and I was up late last night doing a lot of work. So, I was feeling a little tired before this webinar, and I need to change that. When I teach, I have to have energy. I have to have excitement. You guys want passion. You want energy, right? It's my job. I have to give you everything. I have to give you all of my energy, give you everything I have. I want to serve you. And to serve you, to help you, I have to change my emotions. I have to have strong, positive emotions. You need this also when you learn. So let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about how you do it specifically. I'm going to give you 3 ways, 3 specific methods to change your emotions immediately. When you do this, you can improve your speaking immediately. I mean, in 5 minutes, you can improve your speaking when you do this. So, secret number 1 to changing your emotion, to getting strong emotion, is your body. Your body. This body. Your body is the number 1 thing. Let me show you something. A lot of people in class, maybe you at home sometimes, when you're listening to the lessons on your iPod, sometimes you look like this. Let me see. Right? We all do this. I do this in class a lot too. When I was a student, I was always sitting back. And you notice what I'm doing with my body. Notice my shoulders. Right? The shoulders are down and forward. Same with my head, right? The chin, my whole head is kind of down. The eyes are a little bit down. So in general, the whole body is kind of down and in. So like this. And if you lay back in your chair, you're kind of sitting back. All of those things, they bring your energy down. When your shoulders are down, when your body is down, your head is down, eyes down, sitting. When you do those things, your energy goes down. That changes your emotion. Your body changes your emotion. So, you can improve your emotions, make them stronger, more energy. Number 1, just change your body position. So simple. You can do this. Anybody can do this. So, when you listen at home, do this. Right? Shoulders back. Head up. Eyes up. Sit up straight. And also, big smile. This is important. Even if you feel sad, tired, I don't care. Do a big smile. Make a big smile. Do this for 5 minutes. Do this. I promise, after 5 minutes, you cannot feel bad. It's really difficult to feel terrible when you have a big smile and your shoulders are back and you're sitting straight. It's hard, right? Your body, your emotions change when your body changes. So when you listen, You're sitting upright and then big smile. I'm listening to English and I'm so happy. I'm pretending I'm happy, but eventually I will feel happy. It's a simple technique. I promise you, it will help. I have another thing you can do with your body, and that is to stand when you listen to lessons. Some students say, oh, I don't want to stand. It's too much work. I don't care. Do it. So do this. Oh, change the computer. So shoulders back, head up, standing, and then you can move your body a little bit too. I'll talk about that in a minute. Listening. Use that position when you listen to the lessons. Don't sit down. Stand up, strong body, shoulders back, head up. Doing all of those things will change your emotions. And when you change your emotions like that, your brain will work better. You will learn faster, remember more, your concentration is better, everything improves. So, try to do that. That's secret number 1. All right, number 2, movement. Moving your body. So number 1 is your body position, smiling, sitting up, everything. And number 2, move your body. Don't just sit there. Now, I know you learn the opposite in school, right? Especially when you're children. The teacher's always telling you, sit still, sit still. Don't move. And in high school and in university, in school in general, the teachers usually don't want you to be jumping and moving. Well, that's bad, because movement also increases our positive emotion, increases our energy, and therefore increases the speed of our learning. We learn faster when we move. This, especially, is powerful for the mini stories. When you are doing the mini stories, you're answering questions. For example, I say, there was a boy. Was there a boy? Now, some people, maybe you do this. Yes, there was a boy. And I say, what was his name? And you say, Bill. No, no, no. That's weak. That's not powerful. You want to be standing, and when you answer, move your body, move your hands, move your arms, move your body every time you answer a question. I'll show you how to do it now. Was there a boy? Yes! What was his name? His name was Bill! Was he old or young? He was old! Okay. Yes, I know it's crazy. I know it looks crazy. Maybe you can't do this on the bus, okay? Yes, I know. Maybe you can't do this at your job, but you can do it at home. Close your door so your family doesn't think you're totally crazy, and listen to the mini stories, standing up, strong body, and then when you say the answers, big, strong movements. Move your arms, move your body. You will not feel tired when you do this. It's very different than sitting and listening. Doing that and moving and moving and moving, it's powerful. Just try it. You don't need to believe me, but just try it. I promise you will see a big difference. You'll learn faster and you will have a lot more energy. All right. Finally, number 3, our third, get the camera here, our third thing, how we can change emotions. Point number 3, secret number 3, voice. Our voice. This is another problem a lot of people have. And sometimes, actually, my wife, Tomoe, she's Japanese, she has this problem sometimes. She knows a lot of English, but when she talks to other people, her voice becomes very soft and quiet. Right? She's nervous. With me, she's loud, she's strong. With other people, sometimes she becomes nervous, worried, and her voice gets low. When her voice gets low, she feels less strong. She feels weak. And then her voice gets lower, right? So it's kind of a circle. Her voice goes low, she feels weak. Voice goes lower, she feels weaker. And then her speaking gets worse and worse and worse. Her English ability is not changing, but her emotions changing. So again, when you use my lessons, especially the mini stories, shout your answers. Okay, so when I ask a question, I say, what was his name? You shout it. You have a strong body, you move, and you shout the answer. His name was Bill. He was a boy. Yes. Okay. Again, maybe don't do this in the bus or on the train. Although in San Francisco you could, because people here are crazy, nobody cares. But maybe in your city it's not good. But you can do this at home. Close the door again. Your family will hear you shouting through the door and they'll laugh, I hope. Okay, so let me show you exactly how to answer a question in the mini stories. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have strong body, movement, and a loud, strong voice. La la la. Okay. Was there a boy? Yes! What was his name? His name was Bill! Was he a boy or a girl? A boy! Okay. And that is it. Okay? Those are the three things. Number 1, strong body position. Number 2, movement, strong movements. Number 3, strong, loud voice. Do these things every time you use the mini stories at home. You will teach your brain to be stronger, happier, more relaxed when you speak English. And then when you talk to real people, just naturally, your speaking will improve. It's okay, maybe you still make some mistakes, but your speaking will be stronger and faster and more clear when you do these 3 things. So please do it. In fact, this is one of the reasons I'm very excited about my new Power English lessons, because I realized that emotion is so important. So in these new lessons, they're coming soon. I'm still working. In these new lessons, I talk a lot about emotion so that you use the mini stories, you use the vocabulary in a strong way. So that's why I'm so excited, because this is kind of the next step for Effortless English. We have our method, and now we are adding strong emotion, energy, and motivation. When you have a strong method and a strong motivation and emotion, wow, that is so powerful. So everybody keeps asking me, when are the new lessons coming? They're coming soon, I promise. There's just a lot of work. I already recorded the lessons. Now we're doing the text. So somebody is listening to my audio and they're typing all the text. And then I'm going to add some new bonuses. I think I want to add some video. So I'm going to do some video from some of my San Francisco classes. And we'll add that as a free bonus to these Power English lessons. So please be patient. I want these to be incredible. So it's going to take just a little more time. All right, well, hey, you guys are fantastic. And the reason I have such strong emotion is because Effortless English has the best members. I think it's the best. And, I know I'm the director, so, but anyway, I go on the forums. Our members are so great. They're so friendly. They're just fantastic people. People like Inka and Fred and Jan and so many people. They're always helping other members, so excited, so positive. So thank you. Because, my job is to help you. My job is to serve you. And when I see that you are happy, I'm happy. That's why I have so much energy. Because I love my job. I love it. Every day I get to help these incredible, fantastic people, you. So thank you very much. And so now, let's answer some questions. I know you've been waiting, so we've talked about emotion. Let me look at your chat. So if you have a question now about anything, about learning English, about emotion, about the lessons, anything you want to ask, type your question. I can't answer everybody's questions, unfortunately, but I'll pick some that look good and I'll answer them. So let me look right here. I'm just going to read some questions and I'll answer them. So let's see. I don't know distance, but I'm sure you've been like send a video in your contest. Okay, yeah. Okay. So here we have Mark Aris is asking about the video contest. So for the members, we have a contest to get these new lessons free. If you do a short video about about effortless English, about how effortless English has helped you. And he says 30 seconds, it's too short, maybe 1 minute. Okay, Mark, yes, 1 minute is okay. So if you want to send a longer one, no problem, it's okay. So up to 1 minute, I'll change that and you can just send a longer video, no problem. So hey, I look forward to that. It makes me happy, you know. I also get tired sometimes as a teacher, and what helps me is knowing that I'm helping students. When I hear that the students are succeeding, when I hear that you are happy, oh man, my energy goes up, up, up. So, you know, sometimes say nice things to me because I like it. Okay. All right, everybody does. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is an interesting question. AJ, I'm getting bored with the POV, with the point of view lessons. Okay, well, you know, really that's today's topic, right? Is this idea of negative emotions. And boredom is one of those emotions. So, to answer this question, I have a couple comments. Number one, the mini stories are the most important lesson. Why? Because they are the most active, right? You're hearing a question and you're shouting an answer. Hearing a question, shouting an answer. This is more like normal conversation, right? In real conversations, lots of questions, lots of answers. The mini stories are the most powerful. They teach you to speak faster and to understand faster. Also, you get a lot of repetition. You repeat a lot of those vocabulary words and a lot of the grammar. So, you know, focus on the mini stories first. If you're a little bored with the POVs, you know, take a break. It's okay. And when you do the mini stories, again, use everything I just told you today. Shout your answers, strong body, moving, standing. You won't be bored if you're strong and you're moving and you're shouting. I promise. You won't be bored doing that. And when you're doing the point of view stories, also, big smile, stand. You can still move, maybe exercise. Maybe take your iPod and go for a walk or go for a slow run and listen to the point of view stories at the same time. When you're moving, you have more energy. Your brain has more energy, more blood. So try that. Try to move while you're listening to the lessons. Do some light, easy exercise. I think that will help you. All right, let's see some other questions here. AJ, can I learn 2 lesson sets in 1 week? All right, that's a good question. Can you? Yes, you can, but I do not recommend it. This is a common question on the forums. You know, people want to go faster. And let me just say that it's not just my answer. Go to the forums. You can ask Inka. You can ask Fred. You can ask any of our really all-star super members. They will tell you the same thing. Deep learning is important. You need to repeat each lesson set every day, at least 7 days. More is fine. 14 days, 30 days is okay. But at least 7. Less than 7, it's not good. And I know some of you, maybe the first lesson you think, it's so easy. Day of the Dead, it's easy. I'm advanced. It doesn't matter. Repeat that one every day, at least 7 days. Only do 1 per week. Why? Because you're getting this to go deeper, deeper, deeper. You know, I know you know this, but can you use it fast, effortlessly, instantly? Most people know. So just get the repetition. Use your body, use that energy, and one lesson set per week only. All right, trust me, I promise. And don't just trust me. Ask the other members who are doing well. Ask the other members who are succeeding. I promise they will tell you exactly the same thing. Fred writes about this all the time. He says that, learn deeply. It's the secret. The number one secret is deep learning, deep learning. Only do one per week or one per 2 weeks. So good question. Let's see, another question here. AJ, how do I get the best score in TOEFL? I must have it in 3 months. Okay, well, my first answer is start earlier. Okay, but anyway, you only have 3 months, so you need to do your best. Probably you're talking about the IBT TOEFL. It's the new TOEFL, and the new TOEFL has a lot more speaking. That's the big change, right? The old TOEFL was mostly writing and grammar and stuff. But the new TOEFL, speaking, they record you speaking. You have to listen a lot and speak a lot. So Effortless English is very helpful for that test. For the old test, maybe not. But for the new TOEFL test, the IBT TOEFL, I think Effortless English is great. How can you improve? Well, my number one answer is to listen, 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 and listen more. So first, listen to our lessons. That's the number one thing. One lesson set per week, every day. However, if you need to improve very fast, just 3 months, you need to do more. You also need to find some easy audiobooks and easy reading. For example, I always recommend start with children's novels. So storybooks for children, and by children I mean, maybe middle school age. A couple that I recommend, I'll type them in the chat real quick. The ones I recommend are there's a series called Goosebumps. Oops, sorry, one second, let me type this. Goosebumps. Bumps. Boom. And there's one called The Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys. And finally, Nancy Drew. Okay, those are the first 3 I usually recommend for easy reading. And those are series of books. So each one, not just one. Each one, like Goosebumps, I think maybe they have 30 Goosebumps books, maybe more. They're really, really great, easy reading. But that easy reading will help your writing ability a lot. Also, that easy reading will help your reading speed. And if you also listen to easy stuff, find easy listening also, you're going to improve very, very quickly. So use my lessons, plus easy reading, plus easy listening. And one more thing, for the TOEFL, you will also need to read some articles. For example, read a newspaper, or you could read Yahoo News articles on the internet, something like that for some more difficult vocabulary. So if you have to learn very fast, you only have 3 months, you need to improve very quickly, you do need to do extra. So use the lessons every day, one lesson set per week, plus easy reading novels, maybe 1 hour per day, plus easy listening, audiobooks or podcasts, anything, maybe 1 hour per day. And then finally, read some more difficult articles, like news articles on Yahoo or something. So that's a lot, but that's only if you need to improve very, very, very fast. If you're just normally studying English, 1 hour per day, listening to the lessons, it's enough. All right. And I'm going to take one more question, okay? One more question, and then we got to go. I'm already going longer than I said I would, but it's okay. I enjoy talking to you. This is really exciting for me to get some of your questions and answer them. So let's take a look. All right, another question here. I always have a problem with spelling. How do I learn spelling? Great question, and I have a great answer, and I just answered it. Easy reading, easy reading, easy reading. One more time. Easy reading. It's the key to spelling. I promise. It's the key. Dr. Krashen. I always talk about Dr. Stephen Krashen. I talk about him because he's the #1 expert in this area. He has a lot of research about reading and spelling. For non-native speakers, so you guys, and also for native speakers. How do native speakers, Americans, how do they learn good spelling? The research is strong. The research is clear. The answer is a lot of easy reading. When I say easy reading, I mean novels, right? It means long stories. So start, again, with those same books, with children's. Goosebumps, and Hardy Boys, and Nancy Drew. Or go to the children's section on Amazon.com. Find, children's novels or young adult novels. And just read every day. It's easy to do because it's enjoyable. It's easy, and the stories are funny. They're funny. They're fun. So don't be serious about this. Choose some easy storybooks, long storybooks, and every day, read for 30 minutes maybe. Believe it or not, this will improve your spelling a lot. This is why my spelling is pretty good. For a native speaker, when I was a child, my spelling was always excellent. In school, my spelling test, I always got 100%. And I was like the best speller in my class. And the reason is because I was always reading books, reading. My parents always gave me storybooks. And they always said, AJ, we will not give you money for anything. We will not buy anything for you except books. If you want a book, we will always buy you a book. And I'm happy they did that because I always was reading, and as a result, my spelling became very, very good. So that's the secret, really, to spelling, and I think it's really the only secret that I know. So just read a lot of books, but easy books, fun, relaxing. All right, and I guess that's it. Our last comment here says, AJ, we will be waiting for your tweet mics. I'm glad you enjoy those. And let me write that too, if you don't know about this. I'm on Twitter.com, and every day, well, almost every day, I do little short audios about my daily life. In short, I mean 1 minute or 2 minutes. But, it's every day I talk about what I'm doing or some new word or new phrase, just something really short and easy. And if you go and you get a Twitter account, you can subscribe, you can follow me, and every day you will get these little short audios. So in the chat right now, I'll write it, but it's twitter.com/AJ Hoge, AJHOGE. So let me write it down. Twitter.com/AJHOGE. And let me just make that a link real quick. HTTP, boom, boom, boom. So twitter.com/AJ Hoge. And there it is on the chat there. Okay, well, I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of our first webinar. Thank you again so much. You guys are fantastic. I love Effortless English. I love you, our members. It's just so great to see our forums with so many positive people, so helpful, so friendly. I promise it's not normal. Go to another forum. You just do a Google search and find another English forum and look at it. Read the comments. The people are not so friendly. Some people are kind of jerks. They're not nice, right? But our forums, everybody's friendly, helpful, nice. They're just so fantastic. I love you guys. You are great. Thank you for letting me teach you. Thank you for letting me serve you. I really appreciate it. I love doing this, so thank you so much. And finally, yes, I will finish the new Power English lessons soon. I promise. I'm working hard. Last night, I was up very late working hard. Every night, every day, I'll be working. They're coming soon, I promise, okay? All right, so coming very soon, the Power English lessons. I will see you all again. We will do this again. I promise we will do another webinar. So have a great, I guess it's night over in Europe, so have a great evening. And I will see you again. See you on the forums. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. You guys are great. Bye-bye.